also realize that the movie I love, Midsommar, which I talk about every time I'm on here, they definitely fucking...
You bring that fucking up every time you're here.
I still have not watched Midsommar.
Midsommar.
Have you guys seen Midsommar? I haven't seen it.
I almost
I'm
watched
never going to watch it, ever.
I almost watched The Lighthouse the other day, but I still haven't watched that either.
Lighthouse is great.
Yeah.
So good.
So what did you watch during your time off, Mike?
Just Tiger King.
Tiger King was probably the only new thing I watched.
You guys talked about this obviously last week, right?
No.
Yeah. I've never seen it.
I don't think we talked about Tiger
I played
King.
like 10 different games till completion. I don't really watch a lot of
them. We did a Discord episode about Tiger King when it came out.
Yeah, we did.
Back in March.
Yeah, we talked about it. I think it was one of those things, if it was a video game, it was great, but it doesn't have replay value. I have no interest to ever see it again.
The one thing I do, I know that there's a gay dude that's in prison now.
A gay redneck
from Oklahoma
who basically convinced two straight dudes
to suck him off.
Yeah.
For drugs.
And then he's
and pet tigers.
But the one thing I do know that I'm pretty positive of, because of Facebook, is that Carol Baskins killed her husband.
Oh, she did.
That fucking bitch, Carol Baskin.
And I only know that because everybody on my Facebook page basically said it, you know.
Yeah. When the quarantine first set in, we were all like in a really odd spot. I think we all kind of felt the same, like, whoa, what's going on?
See, I had to work through the whole thing. So,
did you?
Yeah.
Me too. I worked the entire time.
So we all felt kind of odd. We got Tiger King way too early.
Yeah.
Right. It was like it came out like the end of the first week of the quarantine.
Yes.
And it was the peak of my sore throat. I was seriously just thought I had COVID and I was going to die. So I was just trying to watch it and like get into it, and it like made me more depressed.
We watched all 7 episodes in one night.
It's not.
We split it up over 3.
It's not just the animals. Those people were like indentured servants. Like people that worked for them.
Heard,
and that's the thing. It wasn't just at Joe's place. It was at Carol's place too.
Carol's place,
or in Doc Savage, or whatever his name was.
He kind of had like a harem.
Yeah.
Are we doing spoiler alerts or
no? Yeah.
Okay, everyone should have seen this by now.
Yeah. If you're gonna watch it,
okay.
And then the tall guy blows his fucking brains out. I'm like, what am I watching?
So the girl that lost her hand or arm in the incident at Joe's place,
Seth.
Were they?
Well, she was a guy.
What's that?
She was transitioning.
Regardless,
yeah.
What I'm saying is, like, they did. That was like a twist.
Oh, sorry.
That was like a twist at one point. Did they hide her arm in the early parts of the chats?
It seemed like they did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't. We want to go back to watch it a second time and overanalyze it.
Yeah.
The one thing I did pick up is when her arm gets fucking ripped off, Joe goes and puts on that fucking
yes, that's one of my favorite parts.
EMT jacket.
Where the fuck did he get that? He just got it.
You have it on standby.
I'm never going to recover financially from this.
Like he had no concern for
I know where
whatsoever.
he got it from. The Road Show.
He probably got it from the Road Show. Like, here's the Road Show again. Every time we have an episode with Jay, Road Show comes up. It doesn't, though.
No,
it's
the
like
Road
twice.
Show, yeah.
Well,
Midsommar, Road Show.
One day I'm going to watch Midsommar and just so
it's
I
like
can talk about
it's
it.
like 2 hours and 50 minutes. It's a long movie,
I'm just
man.
going to watch it for Jay.
like that, the whole Tiger King thing. Like, I didn't know anything about it, and then it was Stones who basically put something on.
He did a review of it.
But it was somebody else that he played somebody else's review. It was like a recording. He goes, it was a YouTube. He goes, check this out. He goes, this will explain it all. And so I listened, and I mean, it was about 13 minutes, you know, and I listened to it, and this dude was just like, when he said it, I go, well, it sounds really fucked up, but I just don't want to watch it, you know? I'm like, he's like, so.
We all watched it for you.
I watched it, and then there's very few things I watched like shocked me, and I was like shocked to my core.
That's what a lot of people
like,
are saying.
And then I didn't know, like, I know it's a meme, and I'm not, but it was only $2,000 to buy a tiger. $2,000.
Yeah.
There's a bulldog that costs more than that.
I felt left out right out the gate because I was like, it only had came out like the weekend before, and I think on Wednesday, all my friends were watching it, and I just kind of didn't care. I was still in that weird spot where, like, what's going on with this virus? And then I was like, we have to watch it. I have the day off with Janine, so we knocked it out, and I'm like, that was insane. We just kept, like, it was addicting. We had to keep going.
Yeah, like we were gonna, and I was like, I can't stay up anymore.
We started it at 3 in the afternoon, so
yeah, we didn't start so at like 8 o'clock at night. So I'm trying to watch as many as I can. I got 3 hours in. I'm like, I got to be up at 5 o'clock. I'm not staying up till midnight.
That motherfucker also burned his alligator exhibit down.
Fuck
right?
yeah, he
Sure
did.
Yeah.
They tried blaming Richard, the guy who used to do Inside Edition and stuff. the one that was filming everything.
Or animal rights activists.
Yeah, and then they comes out of the lawyer's office, and he's like, basically, he was propositioning one of the guys in the truck.
So you guys haven't talked about this yet.
Not in detail, no.
On the
No,
show?
because when we did the Discord one, I'd only
God
seen
damn it.
2 episodes. So him and other Mike had talked about it on Discord.
Okay.
But I didn't. No, we didn't really get into it too much.
What about the Walmart meat?
the Walmart meat?
Yeah, he goes, you could eat crab, and like he was bragging about actually being able to eat.
That he used at the pizza. He used at the pizza
They
place.
had to steal food from the animals to eat. That's how bad the workers were treated.
The workers were stealing meat from the animals.
The long-haired blonde guy, I felt bad for him because he like wanted to turn his life around.
Yeah.
And he's just in this whole shit show of just, and then he fell for the animals. Like he actually like cared about the tigers and shit.
And wasn't he one of the guys that ended up testifying in court?
Yeah, him and the dude with the legs.
Yeah.
Those guys both seem like good dudes, just were in a bad spot.
Well, they just like became sober, and they're probably emotionally like very easy to manipulate, like how they do with certain religions. Do that, and Joe did like a cult leader and went to them, gave them, they give you a little money. Well, come by the ranch. Let's see if we can find something for you, and then. Fuck, you're stuck.
I can't think of the guy with the hair. Oh,
you never get to leave.
Doc Antle, right?
Doc Antle was the blonde guy that was the other.
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, no,
I'm saying the long blonde hair guy.
I said his name was Doc Savager. I was trying to remember his real name.
Bhagavan.
Bhagavan. Doc. Yeah, that's right. That guy.
We fantasy casted that movie in a chat group one day, and we were just laughing at the results. But everyone knows that the one husband of Joe has to be Batista, right?
Oh, the guy. Yeah, I forgot his name.
Like Batista.
The one with the
he's got his teeth fixed now. By the way,
yeah, he does have his teeth fixed,
and he only fucks women again.
What a
didn't he end up marrying one of the counter people at Joe's place?
Yeah, one of the heftier, the overweight girl. Yeah.
I like you said that.
Heftier.
That's his.
So
his
this
chick.
was one of the straight guys who
He
basically
was, he was with Joe because Joe would shower his men with gifts like his harem
and meth.
Yeah.
and meth.
And meth.
But the whole time, this dude's banging the merchandise girl.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah.
So he's like selling out in one way, but like getting
Right.
It's his woman now. I mean,
And then what was the Jeff guy? Jeff, with the look like Fred Durst.
Jeff Lowe.
Jeff Lowe.
Yeah.
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 That guy.
And then that dude's like putting like baby tigers in suitcases and taking up to hotel rooms in Vegas. And I was like, this is sad.
Yep.
This is just
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah,
He was a guy that people said that looked like gas station erection pills come to life.
Yeah, the rhino
Well,
pills.
there was like,
There's a
that
conspiracy
dude on,
theory that he's Carol Baskin's first husband.
Yeah, I saw that one
Makes
today.
more sense.
that
That's
dude
funny.
on YouTube. He was like, he starts off with like, all right, so there's this dude who's a gay redneck and he's a piece of shit. And he convinces these guys to, and he's like, this is how he's explaining. He goes, yeah, so he's convinced these 2 straight dudes to start banging him. He goes, then there's this crazy bitch who definitely killed her husband. He goes, then there's this other dude, and you think he might be all right, but I think he's the biggest piece of shit of them all.
Well,
Yeah,
like other Mike
Jeff
said,
Lowe is worse than all of them.
but like other Mike said on the one Discord thing we said when the convicted murder drug dealer that the FBI actually sent to jail might be the best person in the whole documentary.
Yeah,
This guy literally was either there or participated in the dismembering of an FBI agent, selling hundreds of millions of dollars worth of drugs, trafficking and everything. And he came out, he was only in it for 10 minutes total.
Yep.
And he might have been the best person in the fucking thing.
And this was like early in the...
It was I think it was the first maybe
And then that
second
was it.
episode.
He had the best moral compass.
Mario,
of all of
right?
them.
Was his name
Yeah.
Mario?
Yeah, it was Mario.
Yeah, it's like he may or may not have murdered and dismembered an FBI agent, but he's not a bad guy
he was
compared
the
to the
best
other
guy of them
people.
all. Jesus.
It was bad.
And then Carol Baskin's actually, everyone hated her. Besides the fact that they liked Joe, they hated her because she was such a hypocrite. She did her treating people like shit and treating the animals like shit, but she did it under the guise of animal rights.
But then she
Yeah.
gave them
Just as
levels.
bad as the other one.
But she gave them levels, like different color shirts, like a cult.
Yeah, right. That's what. Yeah, that's what I heard. Like,
It got to the point where you'd be watching and oh, that guy's a piece of shit, but she's not too bad. Then they're like, wait, she sucks, and this other guy is pretty good, and then the other guy is like, nope, he fucking sucks too. you go in like different waves of who's the best one.
And there's no good person. And
The drug dealer guy was the best one.
is he the one that rode the Wave Runner at the end?
Yeah.
No. I was talking about the actual drug dealer.
he was a
who dismembered
backstabber.
the FBI agent. Early on, Mario.
Yeah.
He might have been the best person in the whole thing.
I would probably.
Although the fat guy was okay too.
Actually, I would probably say the guy.
He had a lemur
The
in
per-
a business.
Personally,
A
I think the
lemur.
person with the best morals of the whole gang and loyalty was probably Saf, the arm girl person. Arm whatever.
I meant out of the main, like the actual
Yeah.
people
There
doing
was
the
lemurs
trafficking.
what,
Things
what
like
about the campaign manager who witnessed the other guy blow his face off?
Yes, him too. But you know what? There's a point where you're watching that guy, and I'm pretty sure he was taking meth with them too. He looked so fucked up, and his teeth looked like they'd show him early on. Like,
It's Oklahoma. It's Oklahoma.
Yeah.
you don't have to do drugs. You can also rope cattle. Or
I heard you say
don't know.
something about lemur. Was there?
Yeah,
lemurs
so
in it?
so the guy that was on the Wave Runner at the end that had that shot for no apparent reason why he's in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had we don't know if he had a store or a restaurant or what it was, but he has a business that has a lemur cage,
Yep.
and they never tell you what that business is.
I think it's supposed to be like a pet type store.
But it wasn't. It was the only thing was the one lemur,
Yeah, no, nothing else besides the lemur.
and then there wasn't a restaurant.
There was stuff on shelves in the back, but I don't know what that stuff was.
I was deciding next year I'm